I love using whips on animals, but I'm not allowed to. So I go to the horse racing track where animal cruelty is legal. Here at Golden Gate Fields, hundreds of horses have been raced to death. It's so exciting. But recently, protesters have been calling to shut down Golden Gate Fields and even locked down on the track to stop the races. They just don't understand. Animals have always been used for entertainment. Back in the good old days, people had more tolerance for blood sports. In the 17th to 19th centuries, goose pulling was a popular sport where people would try to pull the head off a live goose hanging from a rope above them. In 18th century England, cockshying was a fun sport where people would tie a rooster to a pole and take turns throwing weighted sticks at them until the animal died. But these days, so many of the best sports have been banned. Cockfighting and dogfighting are illegal in all 50 states. And dog racing is illegal in most of the US too. But not horse racing. It's one of the few things left for those of us who enjoy watching animals suffer. Devices like stud chains and twitches are commonly used to control young horses and move them to the starting gate. Horses don't want to be controlled, but they get broken during months of training. They're given drugs that mask the pain of their injuries and high sugar foods for speed and energy. Because their speed is more important than their health, obviously they don't make you money by being healthy or happy. Horses are social animals who would naturally graze out in the plains, but in the racing industry, they're typically confined in isolation. The stress and repression of their natural behaviors induces abnormal, repetitive behaviors like biting the bars in front of them, just like pigs do inside cages on factory farms, or like swaying back and forth. Sadly, you don't get to see that part from the bleachers, but you can see something similar if you visit a zoo, where other wild animals are trapped behind glass for your amusement. But zoos aren't as fun as racetracks, where animals are forced to sprint as fast as they can. And if you're lucky, you might witness a wipeout. At the Golden Gate Fields horse track, 27 horses died just last year. But don't worry, the track is owned by billionaires. These are smart people who know how to make money. Sure, they might sue their own children and take advantage of people struggling with gambling addiction, but we have them to thank for putting on this beautiful display of violence that fortunately hasn't yet been banned. With proper care, horses can live to be 25, 30, even 40 years old. But it's better to live fast and die young. Animals don't want freedom as much as they want fame. Unfortunately, so many of the horses never attain glory. If they get an injury that prevents them from running, they are killed. And the good news is the track gets insurance money. The horses can also be used for food. The National Thoroughbred Racing Association reports that half of all horses bred for racing go to slaughter, which is a perfect end for these animals that are here on Earth to serve us. We could let human runners race for our gambling entertainment like we do with other sports, but then we'd have to pay them. And if they twisted their ankle, we couldn't shoot them in the head and throw them away like garbage. So breeding horses to race really makes the most sense. Let me know what cool, cruel product you want me to review next.